think that's still Heibel. I wonder what character he'll play this time. I think he's facing off against Todd. He is. Alright, so another Sheik on the right side of your screen here. Hod, proud owner of a couple of nice esports. I think this one's even monogrammed. Is, you know, pretty technical Sheik. Similar to Emo, I think has a slightly better, you know, neutral game. More, you know, able to kind of move around. And as I say that, overextends a lot and throws a stock away at 3%. That feels very bad. So Heibel, we've only seen play on a secondary, I guess, and against one of Minnesota's best. Off. Thanks for the call out there. No, don't change it. All right, yeah, just for you. So we'll see. You know, it's very willing to just kind of fling himself off stage, and you know, albeit he hasn't had the most, you know, pressure coming back from Heibel. They'll, you know, keep doing it. It's throwing up pressure, making Heibel recover weird. And, you know, just like that, you know, Heibel, you know, loses that stock in after, you know, giving a gift. So he's got a decent position here. Off. Though smartly air dodging up, taking advantage of Battlefield's many different, you know, many different recovery options in there. We see him utilize a double poof. God, but it's just like Puff. I often think that there's a couple characters, you know, that have these, you know, more or less one-hit KOs. Like, the obvious ones are Jigglypuff and Ice Climbers, right? But I think Peach deserves an honorable mention alongside Game & Watch, right? Like, yeah, Game & Watch is not guaranteed to get the 9, and Peach is not guaranteed to, you know, hit you with every single, you know, hit of the blend tech. But there's so many times where, you know, you run in and for whatever reason, you know, maybe are holding down a little bit, right? Like, you just ate 3 or 4 hits from Peach's down smash. That's like 60-70%. It's sending you way off stage, and like, yikes. That's gonna be rough to recover, and we just saw that story play out on screen. Alright, I'll see you around, Vimo. Thanks for stopping by. We're always open unless we're not. Sorry there, a little distracted. So 3 minutes left, or sorry, 3 minutes into this game, and it looks like that one suicide is actually really going to be problematic for Hod here. He is, you know, struggling to kind of regain his, you know, footing. But catches that lazy drift in from Heibel, and Heibel, you know, gonna float up there. Oh no, this is, oh, that should have been actually it. Sheik, no jump there. The neutral air has got a, you know, what a sender right off. And Zets, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it, man. Hope you can pop by later. And I will do my best to keep it going. As long as that means sitting alone in a room by myself, looking for friends instead of images on the screen. You know, I'll just keep doing that. And risky stuff coming out from Hod, but it pays off. That instant back air out of shield and honestly up smash just sitting, both of them really could have been punished, but you know, they work out instead. And grabs ledge and ooh, just gets back to the ledge in the nick of time. You know, and Heibel finds himself losing another game. Man, my man is too good to be down 5-0 in a row. Yo, let's yo, Heibel, let's see it. You know, picks Final Destination. It's interesting. There's a lot of matchups that people take Peach here. You know, Fox, Marth love it. And, you know, Sheik, okay, obviously hates it, but, like, I honestly gotta think that with Sheik's speed and the fact that it's a lot harder for Peach to pull turnips, you know, you can just throw needles if she's trying to do that. Like, I don't think this is a great counter pick. I actively think it's not that solid. Like, yeah, once Peach gets Sheik off, you know, she's gonna get the kill. But yikes, this is rough. I'm just not a huge fan. I would have much preferred to see, you know, a Dreamland, honestly, just as something as generic, just like, you know, you had so many opportunities where you, like, got, you know, hit and you recovered so high. But, you know, but Odd was able to extend the edge guard against you with a bear or something. Just go there and float even higher, you know? But we're, you know, seeing some of the work now come in. Odd got a little something going, or sorry, Heibel got a little something going, but, you know, Odd just makes his way back, and this is just one of those stories where you sit yourself and you're like, man, I can't believe I picked here, of all the places to go. So we'll, you know, it's not over yet, though. 3 stocks is still a lot to work with. Scratch that. 2 stocks? Nope, living. Alright, now things are going to be a little difficult. Oh my gosh. Alright, gets the weak hit. Not able to get it. Man, Hod really throwing out a lot of these. A lot of these up smashes. Goes fishing once, twice, thrice with the fair. And that's going to do it for Heibel stock number 2. But a fair counter is going to do it as well. And... excuse me. Man, you know, I'm look away for a quarter second. I'm trying to find a trying to find some notes that I you know, put down a while ago, and I look back, and all of a sudden, you know, Heibel's counterpick is working out for him. The lack of platforms make it so Needle is, you know, not the greatest here. I think the score was wrong, Starm. I haven't been even the closest of eyes, you know, on it. Got a lot, you know, kind of back here. But I have a funny feeling that this is going to actually go to Game 3. I think Heibel has kind of, you know, found his footing now, and rare butt grab from Sheik. I think it's going to do something here. You know, 23%. There's one. Holds down the crouch cancel. It's another 9% coming in. Sheik's going to get some things here, and honestly, those down throw fairs should be guaranteed. And, you know, Odd doing some really risky things. Dot Eyes comes in. 1 hits, 2 hits. Grabs ledge, rolls up, nairs in place. That's it. Yep. Nice job to Heibel, bringing it all the way back. Ties it up 1-1. Let's go. Alright, I guess he knew his counterpick stage a lot better than I did. I'd love to see Hoff. I'm gonna change his name back. I'm sorry, Gade. I just can't do it. It's too much of a disrespect. I don't want to deal with Hod and all of his cronies coming to smash my face in. I'm really sorry, man. But you got 2 games out of it, right? You can't say I didn't try. Okay, so let's talk about this momentum shift. You know, all of a sudden, Heibel is not only controlling these stocks, but moving, seems to have a turn up in his hand all the time. And the biggest thing that I can say that, you know, Hod isn't doing now is grabbing. He got a grab there and it was good, but just moments before, you know, he's jabbing, he's doing these weak hits, and, you know, some of it's a mistake, fine. But too many of them, I feel like, to be consistent. And all of a sudden, you know, now he starts to get grabs, getting close to kills. Ooh, crispy waveland into an up air. Actually, that was sick. Down tilt, honestly, one of Sheik's not so great moves, but it's a sleeper, right? It's once you kind of get up pretty high, it's dash in, and then, you know, you down tilt. And that move actually gets under a lot of other counter hit moves, just because your, you know, profile gets so low to the ground. So, you know, once you get up to 70%, you know, or, you know, past that, all of a sudden Sheik's down tilt becomes a little bit, you know, of a killer. It's particularly good, I think, against Spaceys and Marth. But I'm sure it's good against most of the rest of the cast, too. God, anybody, if you have to play a Hod, take notes. Be wary of up smash. Crazy, man. Yo, ATM, this is ladder. Not sure why it's confusing. There's a big ladder at the top. But it's okay if you're confused. Unless something else is wrong with the screen. Okay, true halftime. Haven't been able to say that one in a hot second. Where's Soul when you need him? As you know, this is game 3 of our set here, and both players honestly have been playing so much better this game than they have everywhere else. But across the board, honestly right now I've got my money on Heibel. He's making less big tech flubs, and while Hod's moving a little bit smoother, you know, Hod's throwing out a lot of risky aerials, a lot of risky options, challenging things he shouldn't be. And, honestly, yeah, just not a huge fan of, some of that work that he's been doing. Sorry there, lost the mic for a sec. Man, I look away at the exact wrong second to see so much kind of blow past me. That's the big downside of, you know, sitting here by yourself. Alright, so 4 minutes 40 left in the tank. Both players looking for this W. Honestly, both of them probably really could make it into top 12, but every single, you know, win you get is just so much better. You really want that extra, you know, you do not want to be in the losers to start with. And all of these different interactions, Hod had so much going for him, had a couple recovery options here, and just chose some very unsafe options.